everyone, and ooh, I have my glasses on. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda of Amanda Bloom Beauty. I am a fashion, beauty, and lifestyle blogger. Welcome back if you are a returning viewer, and welcome if you are new. Today I'm here with 18 fun Valentine's Day ideas that you can do with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or your significant other. Personally, I'm in a long distance relationship, so if we do one of these things, which we likely will, it will not be actually on Valentine's Day, but the weekend, either before or after. Have been dating my boyfriend for about 2 years, just over 2 years. We have been, I say long distance, but really it's like he lives an hour and a half away, so I visit him on the weekends, or he'll come visit me. It's really not that bad, but at the same time it's not like, oh hey, what are you doing? Can I come over? Or, you know, so whatever, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I have some ideas that are super cliche and super expected, and then other things, I have actually more things that are unexpected or less usual, more unusual than a typical Valentine's Day date. My first Valentine's Day idea is a classic dinner and a movie. You go out to a nice dinner and you go out to see a movie, maybe a surprise meal that you know is your spouse's favorite, or something that you both enjoy, something you have memories tied to, and maybe going to see a new movie out in the actual theater, even though it's going to be so packed on Valentine's Day. Dinner movie could range from pretty inexpensive to pretty expensive depending on where your dinner is, or depending on the type of movie and what time you're seeing it. I think during the day is cheaper. So that's idea number one. Idea number two is Netflix and chill. Stay home in your PJs and cook your favorite meal and Netflixing a movie or renting a movie, or who rents movies anymore? Whatever apps there are now. I sound like I'm 80 years old. Amazon Prime, Hulu have movies? I don't know. I think Hulu's just TV. I'm 80. Surprise! And the chill is, you know what the chill is. Netflix and chill obviously is very inexpensive. If you already have Netflix, it's free. Whether you're ordering something in, like with Postmates or some kind of delivery service, that could range in price. Making something at home, that could be a little less expensive. My third idea, which is again another expected idea, is having a bubble bath together. It's always something romantic, it's something very cliche, but I don't really know anyone that wouldn't like a bubble bath. I guess depending on the size of your bathtub. If you have a tiny bubble bath where you won't fit in it, maybe that's a different story, but otherwise I don't know anyone that wouldn't enjoy a bubble bath. Super cheap, go to Lush, buy a bath bomb, maybe some rose petals and some candles, really inexpensive, maybe some champagne or favorite drink. So again, super inexpensive would be a bubble bath. My fourth idea of the more expected ideas would be getting a hotel room. It's not the most creative and it's not the most inexpensive, but it's a nice way to get away if you maybe just want to have some time to yourself and not have to worry about the chores around the house, cleaning or cooking, or if you cook at home and you have to clean up the dishes still afterwards. But if you maybe live with other people, a hotel room could be a nice just getaway for the two of you. My fifth. My fifth idea is a spa day. So this is definitely something that would be a little pricier depending on how much you're willing to spend. And again, just like the bubble bath, I don't know anyone that wouldn't appreciate a spa day. Male or female, I think anyone could go for a nice massage. I know I could. Hint, hint, wink, wink, Amanya. I'm kidding. But I would love it. I've never actually been to a spa. I wanted a massage when I was in Cancun, but I'm pretty sure I traded it for a t-shirt. I was actually 18 at the time. I can't even say I was young. Anyway, so those are my 5 expected ideas. Next are going to be the unexpected ideas. I guess I have 18. That's a lot. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. So my first unexpected idea, which is super inexpensive, the breakfast in bed. I guess this is kind of something that could be expected or a little more common, but I've never thought of it for Valentine's Day. I also don't live with my boyfriend, so it's a little different for me, but I would absolutely love to wake up to breakfast in bed and just sit and maybe watch TV for a little bit, or just sit and hang out and talk and maybe play some music we like. It'd be something that's so sweet and so thoughtful. I feel like most people tend to think of the nighttime when it comes to Valentine's Day. This would be a great way to start your day, especially if neither one of you are working that day. It'd be a really great way to start the day and maybe do something else throughout the day, especially since it's so inexpensive. My second unexpected idea is, depending on where you live, watching the sunset. I think that would be so romantic and wonderful, and I can't wait till I can live near a beach, because I absolutely love watching the sunset. I love being on a beach, or even if you're not on a beach but you're somewhere where you can watch the sunset, maybe from a hilltop or some kind of hiking, maybe mountain climbing, mountaintop. I again sound like I'm 85 years old. It's so inexpensive. This is kind of tied in. This is like 2 ideas in one. You could bring food and have like an outdoor picnic there as well as you watch the sunset. I think that would be so romantic, and when just the 2 of you, it'd be so great just to really reconnect and have a more meaningful Valentine's Day than just the typical flowers and teddy bears. My third unexpected idea is an indoor picnic. If you don't live somewhere where you can go outside, watch the sunset, and have a nice outdoor picnic, bring the picnic in, even if it's just like on the floor of your living room, or even if it's not on the floor, but maybe just like somewhere different than you would normally eat. Pack up a little basket. I think that's so fun and so just unusual. And the indoor picnic can be super cheap too. No matter what, it's gonna be the thought behind it. I know that sounds so cheesy, like, oh, it's the thought that counts, but I think for this, it really is the thought that counts. Fourth, or fifth, I guess, because one of them was 2 in 1, my 5th unexpected idea would be a scavenger hunt. These are really popular in movies or on TV shows, more than people actually do them in real life. I would absolutely love if someone, Nemanja, hint, hint, wink, wink, if someone took the time to set out clues and put all these things together like a puzzle. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. That would be the coolest gift. That would be greater than anything you could ever buy me, would be a scavenger hunt. I think that would be so much fun. Pretty inexpensive. I mean, depending on what you're doing, or if you're paying people to be a part of the scavenger hunt, which I feel like people would probably do that for free. I think that would be the most thoughtful thing ever. It's so extremely creative and so much fun. My 6th unexpected idea, roller skating or ice skating. Again, this is like a 2 in 1. Again, that's something you see in the movies and it's kind of cliche, but I feel like a lot of people don't actually go ice skating or roller skating in real life. Maybe it's just because I'm 85 again. When I was younger, everybody went ice skating. Like the Chiller, that was the place to be on Friday nights. But when you go as a couple, you kind of have to depend on each other. It's also a little more lighthearted. I think that would be something really romantic and really fun to do together. 8th idea, because the last one was 2 in 1. 8th idea would be a dance class. I think this would be so much fun. A little pricier. Again, it's lighthearted, kind of challenging. I think that would be really interesting. Both of you as a couple are doing something that you don't know how to do, you're not familiar with, especially if neither of you have experience. I think that would be so much fun. I can imagine I would be awful at it, which would be part of the fun. My next is another 2 in 1. A karaoke or a comedy club. I love these like lighthearted ideas. It could be a little pricier, just like the dance class, depending on what you do or where you go. If you go to a really well-known comedian, it could be really pricey. I just recently saw Trevor Noah and that was incredible. I waited till like 2 days before the actual show. I ended up getting him pretty cheap. I think a comedy club of someone that you both really enjoy their humor, that would be so great. It's so great to connect with each other, and then you leave and like you're all excited about it. You start talking about your favorite jokes. I think that would be awesome. Or karaoke, how much fun would that be? Especially like if you're not super drunk, which I don't drink, so I don't really know the feeling, but trying to relate to something that I've never done. If you actually have fun karaoke and you're both really up for it and you really like shamelessly go and have fun karaoke, maybe sing some like couple songs, I think that would be a total blast. Oh, next we have a 3 in 1. So this is how I got to 18. I forgot. I don't know what number this is, but touring your own city. When I originally was going to college, I was going to go to school in Florida. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Before I went to school in Florida, which didn't end up happening, but what I wanted to do the summer before was just be a tourist in my own city. Really see the things that people come to Columbus to see, which we don't really have a whole lot of tourists. It's not really that big of a tourist attraction, but people come to Columbus and see things like COSI, which is, it's like a kids museum, but it's so much fun. I would still love to go, and I'm 21. Something like the State House, but I'm also kind of a nerd and I love history and I love government and social studies. The Palace Theater, things that you wouldn't typically go and visit in your own city. Like I recently went to Washington DC and I stayed with my friend and I went and we stayed with my friend's aunt. And we went to see all the monuments. My friend's aunt actually hadn't been to a lot of the museums, or at least not in a long time, because she lives there and it's not really something you think to do, something touristy when you live in the city. So I think that would be a lot of fun to do together and share the memories together. It's always fun to see new things, especially with someone you love. Also with the same idea of exploring your own city would be going to a museum. That would be so much fun. Also going to the zoo, which may be a little juvenile depending on your age or depending on what you would typically expect out of Valentine's Day, but this also goes with the exploring your own city. I know the Columbus Zoo is one of the best zoos in the country, and it's awesome, and I love going to the zoo, so I think it would be a total blast, but that also depends on your climate and where you live. So exploring your own city, that can range also in price. It could be really inexpensive depending on where you go, or super expensive depending on where you go. So my last one, number 18, is traveling. Even if it's not far away, even if it's to a city an hour away from where you live, or if you live somewhere, there's a hair in my eyeball. Even if you live somewhere that is kind of on the outskirts of the city and you go downtown to the city, or if you maybe went on your first date or met in a different city, it would be fun to go back. And traveling is just such a good way to connect with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Whether you're flying or you're driving, you have that time to spend together and just be together. Maybe if you make a rule saying like no phones or no computers or no distractions, I guess. That would be such a great way to really enjoy each other's company. And then also when you get to the city, to explore somewhere new. Nemanja and I went to, man, we had just started dating, to Chicago together. We drove there. It's about a 6-hour drive from where I live. 6 hours in the car when we had been dating for about 3 months, and we didn't really know each other that well because we didn't live in the same city. But it was so much fun driving together. I found out that he is a big Cher enthusiast, which I'm sure he wouldn't like me saying, but I've got some Snapchat blackmail on him, which he doesn't care. But it was just so much fun to really connect, have that time to spend together. And then when we got there, he had been to Chicago once, which is crazy because he's from a different country and I had never been to Chicago. We both were very new to the city. It was so much fun to explore and do something new together. I absolutely recommend traveling, whether it be close or far. No matter what, you're gonna have fun together if you really like each other and enjoy each other's company. My final note, this is gonna sound so cheesy and so cliche, but as long as you're spending time together, that's really gonna be the most important. I don't really know anyone decent that would be offended or care if you don't get flowers or you don't get a teddy bear or stuffed animal on Valentine's Day, as long as you're spending time together. That would be my biggest thing. So Nemanja goes to school in a small town and there's not really a whole lot to do there, so we like to go to the local coffee shop and we like to just sit there and drink coffee together. That's always been something that we've loved to do together, so that would be a great thing. It's not expensive. Coffee's what, 10 bucks for the two of us? Maybe. Also, since it's such a small town, we go to Walmart a lot, so we make a joke that we go to Walmart so often that we have Walmart dates. And so anytime he is back home in Serbia, or if we just haven't seen each other in a long time, we always say like, oh, I miss you, like we need to go on a Walmart date. Which even saying it sounds ridiculous, but it doesn't matter because we're having fun together. Like, it doesn't matter that we're at Walmart because we're together and we're having fun and enjoying each other's company. That really is what it's all about. And I know Valentine's Day like probably has some awful history that it doesn't have anything to do with what we've romanticized, so to speak. If you really like want to enjoy Valentine's Day, I say no matter what you do, just put some thought into it, and as long as you're together, that's going to be the most important part. I hope you enjoy Valentine's Day with your significant other, or if you're single, I don't know why you watched this whole video because it's pretty long, but if you're single, Netflix and chill by yourself. Go treat yourself to a great movie and a great dinner, and you do you. Go out with friends, maybe have a Galentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like this video. I would so appreciate it if you enjoyed me, and if you would like to see more of me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you also need some Valentine's Day inspo, my God, leave it alone! It's actually Nemanja. Speaking of. But if you need some Valentine's Day makeup inspo, I've got a video on that. I've actually got 2 videos. I've got one from last year too, a day to night look, and then this year I've got a sparkly cut crease O-winged eyeliner. I also will have a Valentine's Day lookbook coming up. Subscribe for me. What? Subscribe to me to... What the hell am I trying to say? If you'd like to see that, please keep an eye out for it. Please make sure you're subscribed with your notifications on so you don't miss it. Enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your Valentine's Day. Bye!